rules that make it fair, and we can get the kind of entertainment destination we all want.
Okay. We also hear a lot about the need for residential development downtown. Is that a critical component of a successful downtown?
I wouldn't say that it is. And there's a suburban model that says retail follows rooftops. And that is true in the suburbs. You build 2,000 homes, then you put in a grocery store. In an urban setting, retail follows footsteps. So what we're looking for is foot traffic. And you can look as close as Visalia or Clovis to see two smaller communities that have very successful downtowns that haven't done any downtown projects, residential projects. Even in a city like Pasadena, which has one of the best, or San Luis Obispo, they haven't built downtown residential. Really what you're looking for is a revitalization of the neighborhoods that surround downtown, so you have a stronger customer base. And then having such a strong attraction that, again, people from the whole region want to come in and support this, vibrant district.
So it's not necessary, it's not a requirement, it sounds like, that we build tens of thousands of units of residential housing, condos, apartments downtown itself. There are plenty of residential opportunities surrounding the downtown area. It's just getting those also updated at the same time.
Right. And then downtown residential becomes the bonus.
Okay.
So there are studies that show that every downtown resident is 8 times more valuable economically than a downtown office worker. They also add 24-hour vitality. So if you have people living upstairs, up above the shops and restaurants, there's always someone around keeping an eye on the place. So if a window breaks, someone's there to call the police right away. So it definitely is an advantage. But I don't want us to make the mistake that it's a requirement or needs to be the first thing
that happens. Okay. Getting back to the process of the specific plan and the neighborhood plans, is that going to be done just by staff people behind closed doors, or is this going to be a community-oriented process?
It's completely community-led. We have 2 plans going on simultaneously, which saves about $1 million. One is focused on our historic downtown core along Fulton and either side of Fulton. And the second plan is the community plan that surrounds our downtown area. So it incorporates the historic neighborhoods in southwest Fresno, the Lowell and Jefferson neighborhood that we hear a lot about, and southeast Fresno, going out Huntington Boulevard and surrounding that particular neighborhood, really from Belmont to Ventura, all the way out to Chestnut. And by bringing up and strengthening these neighborhoods, we really get that base. So the neighborhood plan has 21 citizens and stakeholders that will guide that plan.
All right.
The Fulton corridor has 21 citizens that will be guiding that plan, and then every meeting will be public.
Okay.
So we want as many people to participate as possible. We end up with a much better result that way.
And just for context, how were those citizen members that are participating, how were they selected? How did you find those folks?
Well, we have an ordinance in place called the Local Planning and Procedure Ordinance in the city of Fresno. It's been around for a couple of decades. It mandates how many people, and then each, say, if the community plan is divided among 3 council districts, they all get to appoint a certain number of people, and then the mayor gets to appoint 3 people citywide that might bring in extra expertise, maybe from finance or architecture or historic preservation, you name it.
So you're looking for a good blend of capabilities and personalities.
And it's very much diverse, of course, ethnically diverse, but also diverse in terms of residents, business owners, property owners. There is a requirement that you are a stakeholder within that particular area.
Okay, very good. And you said these meetings will be public, so those folks who are not on the committee can still participate and give their input in the process. How long will the process take to complete?
Well, the bulk of the work will be done over the next year, so mostly, it'll stretch into 2011. And that's where the work really happens. Once that work is done and we have a good idea of where the plan's going, Then an environmental impact report is required to be done, and that takes about a year. And then it will go to the Planning Commission and then the City Council. That environmental impact report is a really important piece of this, though, because every project that's done right now of any size has to do its own individual environmental impact report, which can cost 15 to 20% of the cost of a project.
Wow.
By doing this one EIR, environmental impact report, developers or people that want to renovate buildings won't have to do their own individual environmental assessment.
Really? Okay.
And they can just go and pull a building permit and be ready to go. So bringing down that cost of development brings up the value of property dramatically.
And it will streamline the process
Very
substantially.
much. It'll go from about a 2-month review to a 2-month review from what would now take about 18 months.
That's incredible. Does it mean that we have to wait until all this work is done before we're going to see any work downtown?
No, but you know, for folks who haven't done development, if you came in with an idea right now, just by the time you got your architecture in place and your financing in place and all of those pieces, they take 2 years anyway. So, so the best thing to do is to get engaged right now, get projects embedded in the plan so that they can be environmentally assessed. And then when that plan is adopted, you go and pull your building permit and construction starts the next day.
Okay, very good. So what are the other key points that you'd like to make about downtown in the couple of remaining minutes that we have?
Well, the main thing is that we're going to make it fun. That's the attraction for people that go to the Gaslamp District or Old Town San Luis Obispo or Pasadena or downtown Santa Cruz. It's that fun mixture of things to do, things to see. You know, every city has a multiplex theater showing the same movies. We have some historic theaters that could be showing different language, historic movies, older movies, independent films. Right.
Right.
So the key is to offer something different.
Okay.
And that's what a successful entertainment district does. People will come, they'll have fun, they'll mix and mingle, they'll meet people from all over the valley, and that's something that we're good at, and we can do fairly simply.
Excellent. Well, I appreciate you coming in and sharing the status of the process with us today. We'll certainly have you back in the future to provide some updates. So.
Yeah, folks will want to stay tuned. It's going to be exciting.
Very good. Thank you, Craig. If you'd like more information on this or any of the topics we cover here on CityVision, you can visit the city website at www.fresno.gov or call 621-CITY. That's 621-2489.